Even if you don't know how to act in your day-to-day course of business, when somebody has a camera on you, probably, I don't know, common sense would say the best course of action is definitely learn how to act when there's a camera on you. And it's like for government workers, for some reason, that just ain't how it usually works. Back home, buddies in the field, mud on the wheels, got some thick smoke, Silverado, tearing up a 2-lane road. C-O-U-N-T-R-Y, shit we've been doing since we was... Okay, all right. Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fine? Thank God it's Friday. I'm doing quite well. Thriving, living, laughing, loving, living my best life. That's what happens whenever you're doing the right thing and you're walking in your purpose. You're going to start feeling better. You're going to start feeling happier. Your skin's going to clear up. It's just you're going to know. Whenever you're walking in your purpose, you're going to know. And when you're not walking in your purpose, you go on Twitter rants like Krusty Lynn. Anyway, today we're going to be doing a little bit of an update on a recent story that I did cover from Long Island Audit when he went to Rahway, New Jersey. I did tell y'all in that coverage that one of the reasons why I wanted to cover the whole story of Rahway, New Jersey, or whatever, is because I actually now live in New Jersey. You've seen this before. This is the video that we previously reacted to a few days ago. And then here is the update that was posted yesterday. Now, I did actually want to do this reaction video I'm doing right now yesterday, but I had already done a video for yesterday and I had a bunch of stuff to do. I've been very, very busy, believe it or not, trying to get a bunch of stuff off the ground. Okay, so this video is called Journalist Submits Formal Complaint to Internal Affairs and Attempts to Speak to Mayor. Follow up. Okay, and then the thumbnail says the incident is under investigation and it says follow up. So on the second half of the last video that I did make on this topic, we did go over to Sean's community post page and we did see that the Rahway Police Department had put out a formal statement to the public and told everyone to direct their complaints over there to a certain person or whatever. So without further ado, let's just get into this video. It is 20 minutes long, so this may end up being a little bit of a longer reaction video. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Your hands out of your pockets for my safety.
I don't have any weapons on me.
Sir, can you...
If you want to see my original reaction to this video, it is on my channel. If I remember, I will post it in the description box, but I already reacted to all this, already said what I need to say about this lady, so this is just a recap.
Okay, can you check him? Because I don't know what...
You cannot just check me. You can't do that. You can't go in my
Sir?
pockets. I don't consent to searches or seizures.
Take your hand out of your pocket so I know I'm safe.
Take your hands out your pockets. It's a safety concern for me. See how ridiculous it sounds?
Okay, sir.
That part was funny.
Gotcha. You're here to protect and serve the public, correct?
Yeah, I'm serving and protecting them from you.
From me, from a camera.
Well, this is private property, sir.
This is not private property.
This is private property.
This is not private property.
If they don't want you on the property any longer, or you're causing a disturbance to the business and what they're doing, you're going to have to go. Sean, I don't know about your 10 followers or whatever you have on your line. Your tens and tens of followers.
My tens and tens of followers. Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today we're at the Rahway Police Department and City Hall here in Rahway, New Jersey. We're here today to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants recognize our rights and treat us with respect. So before we go inside, this is a follow-up video to the previous video I posted at the Motor Vehicle Commission here in Rahway, New Jersey, where we all saw Sergeant Dayon, as well as Officer Maloney and Officer Withers, completely ignorant of private versus public property,
not only ignorant of the concept of private versus public, but legitimately believed that the Department of Motor Vehicles, whatever the thing was, it's not the Department of Motor Vehicles, it was like the New Jersey Motor Commission or something like that, but actually truly was saying with their full chest that it was private property.
The situation, and were so unprofessional and tried to mock not only myself, but each and every one of you out there. We the people are more than tens strong. We are hundreds of thousands, if not millions strong. And we proved that here to the city officials here in Rahway Police Department. They have issued public statements, but we're here today to file a formal complaint against the officers involved, request the body camera footage, follow up with the mayor, as well as the city officials here, do some open records requests. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Okay.
Alright guys, so we're just getting inside the Rahway Police Department here. To our right, we have the Records Bureau. And then the front desk over here. Over here, really quick, while we're waiting for someone to make contact with us. Policeman's Code of Ethics. As a law enforcement officer, my fundamental duty is to serve mankind, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all men to liberty, equality, and justice. I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public
They don't follow none of this. They just put it up and lie straight to our face.
faith, and I accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of the police service. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself before God to my chosen profession, law enforcement. I mean, it sounds good, right? That's not
It does sound good.
what we encountered the other day at the MVA here in Rahway.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Hi. I'm here I want to speak to somebody from Internal Affairs or a supervisor in order to file a complaint.
Okay. Like on an officer?
Yeah, on several officers and a sergeant.
Okay.
I think this guy might know what's going on already.
Okay. Someone from Internal Affairs you want to speak to?
Yes, if they're available to speak with me, or a supervisor that can take a formal complaint.
Okay. Just give me 1 minute, okay?
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, just sit tight for 1 second.
No problem. Take your time. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sir.
Hey.
So, what I have here, I have Internal Affairs report forms.
Okay.
Okay, you can fill these out. I'll give you 3 of them, even though it says for multiple officers. You could put them all on one thing.
Perfect. Yeah.
But I'll give you 3 of them. You could fill them out here, or you could take them with you and bring them back.
Very, very helpful so far. I mean, y'all tell me in the comments below, but this guy seems to be doing a great job at being a public servant, at providing we the people with what we need in order to effectuate the complaint. So far, so good. I don't know, maybe I missed something. I was looking at the Carhartt website.
And they get submitted into Internal Affairs. We punch a case number on it, and it gets submitted and investigated.
Okay. And also, I wanted to do an Oprah request. How would I go about doing that?
OPRA is the New Jersey state level FOIA Act. It's the Open Public Records Act in New Jersey. So it's basically the same thing as like FOIL in New York or whatever. It's just FOIA, Freedom of Information or Open Public Records Request statute. So he's saying he wants to basically do a FOIA request.
The request goes through the records window.
Records window? Okay. So I can fill this out, and you are, sir? Your name and badge number?
Lieutenant Side.
Lieutenant Seiden?
Yes.
Seiden.
Okay. And your badge number, Lieutenant?
162.
Okay, thank you.
So far, so good.
And I'll send these back to you, Lieutenant, when I'm finished?
You could submit these to any supervisor.
Okay.
Like if you take them with you and come back.
I'm going to fill them out here.
Okay. I'll be here.
Okay. Thanks, Lieutenant. I'll
Do you
fill
need
them
extra
out.
paper, you think? Or?
No, this should be enough. More than
Okay,
enough.
I
Thank
got
you.
extra paper, yeah.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Thanks.
So right here we have the Internal Affairs report form that we're going to be filling out for each officer. Let's fill that out. All right, so you guys can see here, Internal Affairs report form, person making report is optional but helpful. So that's a good thing. You can make an anonymous complaint against the law enforcement officer here, which...
Yeah, that's nice. You can do an anonymous complaint. It does help to know who's making the complaint. It is one of the founding tenets of our country that you have the right to face your accuser in court and you have the right to know who accused you of stuff. So I do like that they make it optional, but at the same time, I can't really imagine like any true accountability happening if the complaints are only coming from anonymous sources and the whole complaint is the anonymous source. This is me just going through and looking at the different perspectives possible here. I mean, my true opinion is that we the people should be able to make anonymous complaints, and the cops and the government or whoever we're making the complaint to should follow up even if it's anonymous. So I see all the sides, but I do think it's good that they even explicitly put it there. Like, you don't have to provide your information or tell us who you are. So I do think that's good too. So far, so good.
Very good. I know a lot of law enforcement agencies require that you identify yourself or even provide identification. So to make an anonymous complaint is very nice. Obviously, we are not going to make an anonymous complaint. They already know who we are. So let's fill this out. We have our trusty Long Island Audit feather pen here, which I love to use to do my open record
That is cute.
requests and fill out these complaint forms. So I'll fill it out and
Does Sean sell those as merch? I would buy one.
then we'll submit them and do our Oprah request.
I have this one. I should fill out public records request with this.
And then we'll head over to City Hall. All right, guys, so we just finished up the internal affairs report here. Hey, how are
Okay, we got a new guy. Let's see if he knows how to act.
you, Sergeant?
Good, sir. How are you?
Are you going to take this complaint from me?
Yeah, I'm Detective Sergeant Mezzi. I'm going to be doing the internal affairs investigation.
Oh, this is the guy who was mentioned. This is the guy who was mentioned in the press release that the police department put out. So they were like, you got to contact this guy with all your complaints. This is him. So to put a face to the name, this is him right here.
Oh, nice to meet you, sir. You're the email.
Sean Reyes, right?
Yeah, Sean Paul Reyes, sir.
Okay. Did they give you an information sheet?
No, they didn't give me any information
Okay,
sheet,
this
sir.
is an information sheet that's good. That's going to go along with the complaint form that you're filling out.
Okay,
It has my contact number and information on there, all right?
perfect. So this is basically just tells you exactly what's going to go on
Yes.
as far as how do you file a complaint, what goes on after you file a complaint. It is unlawful to provide information in the matter that you do not find to be true. Okay,
He looks nervous.
so we have a citizen complaint information form here. And you were
Just real nervous. Look at him. Look at that.
already assigned to this incident.
Yes.
So there was, were you planning on reaching out to me personally or?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad you came in. That way now I have your contact
Glad you came in.
information.
Perfect, yes.
Could I take a look at the form?
Yes, you can take a look at it right here.
He looks very nervous, but so far, like, he seems to be doing everything he should be doing.
Oh, that didn't go all the way through.
Do you want to provide me with a phone number or email that I can contact?
Do you wanna? That's good.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. I put my email there.
Oh, okay. All right. So email's the preferred method of contact?
Email's perfect, yeah.
Okay.
So this guy actually, in my opinion, does have reason to need Sean's actual contact information because Sean is the one filing the complaint. Sean is the victim or the person who was targeted by the actions of the police. And so I do believe, it's just my opinion, but I do believe it's necessary for the person who's investigating this whole thing to look into who's making the complaint and also ask them what happened. And Sean also has evidence in the form of video footage of the whole thing. So I really don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with this guy simply requesting Sean's contact information. And Sean said that his preferred method of contact and communication was his email. So far, so good. I really have nothing bad to say so far.
Or you could take down my number as well. You could,
Give the number too.
if you want to take down my number.
And the video that you're referencing is the YouTube video?
The YouTube video, correct.
Okay.
Do, 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 do.
If need be, would you be able to provide me a physical copy of that?
Sure, yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is do a formal interview with you at another time, if you're okay with that.
That's fine.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. How would you like to do it? We could do it in person or on the phone?
We can do it either.
So the guy's like, I want to do a formal interview with you about the incident, if that's okay. And he's also providing different forums to be able to do that interview, whether it be over the phone or in person. Again, seems fine.
Either way, we can do it in person for transparency purposes. I'd prefer to do it in person.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to contact you and we'll schedule this.
Perfect.
Do you have any questions for me?
Only how do I go about obtaining body camera footage? Would that be through the records?
Through the Records Bureau, you'd have to do an
Oprah request, right? Open Public Records Act. It's in New Jersey. And you'll contact me for a further interview. And you have my number, you have my email. And obviously the officers involved are apparent from the video.
Yeah. Officer Maloney, Sergeant Dan, and you wrote an unidentified officer, which I'm assuming is Officer Withers.
Officer Withers, yes. I was looking for his name. Officer Withers, yeah.
I'm going to send you an acknowledgement letter.
Okay,
I'll send it to your email.
perfect.
Basically, it'll state that we have opened an internal affairs investigation. you'll be notified of the outcome.
Perfect. And we'll set up the interview. All right. Thank you, Sergeant Mezzi.
M-E-Z-E-Y.
M-E-Z-E-Y. Thank you, Sergeant Mezzi. I appreciate your time today.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. All right, guys. Let's make our open records request here. Hi, how are you? Can I get an open records request form? Thank you so much. Can I make multiple requests on this form, or what I need? I can make multiple requests on this form? Okay, thank you. All right, guys. So here is the Rahway Police Department Open Public Records Act, aka Oprah, request form. We'll be filling this out and handing it back to the Records Bureau over here. All right, guys, so we just filled out the Open Public Records Act request
His pen is funny.
for the Rahway Police Department body camera footage from the incident that occurred at the MVA, as well as I will be requesting Officer Maloney's prior body camera footage 1 month at a time.
Maloney is the little lady that was like, would you take your hands out of your pockets? Someone check him. I don't know what he's got in his pocket. That lady, Sean said, oh, okay, well, I'm going to request all your body camera footage and see how you treat people because I'm sure it's not good.
So I requested the last month. We're going to keep going back and we're going to review all her body camera footage. I'm a man of my word. I told her that I do not believe that she has not done this before. I totally believe that she has done this before. She has been unprofessional, given orders, violated people's rights. So I'm going to go through in her entire body camera footage history myself every minute to make sure that she is acting accordingly as a law enforcement officer and honoring the oath that she took to uphold our rights. So let's submit this open public records request form here. Oh. Hi, ma'am. I have the form completed here. So there's just two things that I want. It's 1 month of body camera footage on the bottom for Officer Maloney. I put the dates there. And then the other one is for
That is a lot of body camera footage. He's probably going to have to pay for that.
an incident that occurred on April 26th of this year.
Okay,
For those three officers that I listed.
no problem. So this is your email?
That's my email.
Okay, so a lot of the videos will be digital email to you, or
Perfect.
you will call or give it to you in a disk. I'm not sure.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
But all my contact information is there if they have any questions.
Any issues, we will call you or email you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Have a great day, okay?
It might take, due to Oprah, this is 5 business days, but we may need an extension.
Okay.
Okay, good. So she's basically saying by statute, we do have 5 business days to answer Oprah requests. But again, seems reasonable. The fact that Sean is requesting an entire month of body camera footage means that it could take longer than 5 days to get the footage to him. And in my opinion, again, it seems reasonable that it would take that long.
Because video, it's under review.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I'll speak with them.
So as of now, 5 business days. After 5 business days, we will call you.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you, ma'am.
Take care.
Have a great day.
Honestly, I'm waiting for something to go wrong.
All right, guys. So while we're here in Rahway, New Jersey, specifically
It was a beautiful day.
here at the Rahway Police Department, let's do an audit. Let's head over to the Rahway City Hall. Let's see if we could speak to the mayor.
And all the time I've been looking at these audit videos, I've never seen a mayor make himself available just like on the fly like that. Sometimes they'll be accidentally around and then they skedaddle real fast.
And see if he has any thoughts. Hey, how are you, sir? I don't need any help at the moment. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we have over here to our left the City of Rahway tax collector. Actually, I do have a question, sir. Where would I go and do an Oprah request for the city? The clerk's office?
Second door.
Second door. Thank you. All right. So we will be going to the city clerk. Here is our friendly reminder that they're always recording us, even though it always seems to be an issue when we record them.
They are always recording us.
Let's hope that's not the case here today. Revenue and Finance over there. A lot of friendly reminders just in this hallway that they're recording us.
I don't know. I'm a guy. I couldn't do that.
Hey, sir, how are you?
See, how is it going?
I would like to do an open records request for the city.
Why didn't the cops just act like these people? This is how it's supposed to go. Just exhibit A or exhibit C at this point. Like everybody that he's interacted with for the most part has been doing it right. Sure. Oh, you need to do an open records? Sure. Let me just get that out for you. Oh, you need to file a complaint? Yeah. Well, technically, you only need one form. I'm going to give you 3 just in case you want 3. Oh, this is how it's going to go. Hey, we do have 5 days to give this to you, but it is kind of a big request, so it may take a little bit longer. We'll reach out to you with an extension. I want to interview you about your experience with the police in our department. All of that. Why couldn't they just did that on the first day? Why did they have to act like a violent criminal gang? Why? Why? It's just, but why? Look how peaceful and civil this is. Cortisol levels are sitting way down. No through the roof today.
Here's the form. Fill out page 1. Page 1, just write down what you need. Give it back to me, and we'll email you the information.
Perfect.
Okay?
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
This feather pen is funny. If Sean doesn't sell that as merch, he should.
All right, guys, let's fill this information out.
Done?
Yeah, just the first, last names, titles, and salaries of all employees, and then that's the email.
Great. Okay, yeah, we'll email that to email Sean Paul Reyes 91 at Gmail.
Yes, sir.
Great. I will date stamp this.
Thank you so much.
What's today? May 3rd?
So this was filmed 2 days ago today at the time of me recording this.
Okay, we'll get this to you shortly. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. You have a
Thank you, sir.
good afternoon.
You too, sir.
Lovely.
Take care.
Claps, claps for him.
All right, that was a pleasant experience at the city clerk's office. Let's take a look around the rest of City Hall, see if we can make an appointment to speak with the mayor. So on the second floor here, we have administration, mayor's office, business administrator this way, code enforcement, engineering and land use, health, redevelopment agency, and tax assessor. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
How can I help you?
I was looking to see if I can make an appointment to speak to the mayor.
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Available?
Friendly reminder that they're always recording us. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Hi, my name is Sean. I'm looking to see if I could speak to the mayor, make an appointment to speak to him regarding the incident that occurred
What's your last name?
last week. Reyes, Reyes, ma'am.
Are you a Rahway resident?
No, ma'am. I'm an independent journalist from Long Island. My company's name is Long Island Audit, Inc.
Okay, and explain to me what kind of appointment you're looking for.
So I was looking to see if he would. I wanted to discuss with him I was part of an incident that occurred at the MVA.
At the what?
At the MVA in Rahway.
You know, everybody in this town must know about it.
I'm sure he's aware of the video. He issued a statement online. So I was just wondering if he would like to speak to me regarding that incident involving the Rahway Police Department and how we can move forward and fix things going forward regarding that incident.
Okay, so what I have is, and then I'll give you a call back just to confirm and to see how we can move forward.
Okay, great. I'm available by phone, or I can travel down here for an interview.
Okay.
So whatever works for him,
Okay.
if he's available to speak on it. Just because the citizens have a lot of questions in Rahway and across the country for sure
All right,
regarding that
sounds good.
incident. Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am. You mind if I get your name so I know I spoke to?
My name is Catherine.
Thank you, Kath.
Catherine, a little bit more, I don't know, like there's a little bit more tension here than the previous interactions in this video. But again, I really can't say anything bad. She didn't do anything wrong. She's just trying to get as much information as she can. She's not hollering about a camera, that's for sure. It's unclear to me whether she knows about the incident that happened, but if I had to put money on it, which I don't do, but if I had to, I would say I'll probably put money on she probably is at least somewhat aware of the incident.
Catherine, and you are?
I'm his confidential agent.
Oh, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it. Have a great day, okay?
All right,
Take
no
care.
problem. Take care. Have a great day.
Hasn't been any issues, so we're going to be getting out of here. All right, guys, so we're just getting out of the Rahway City Hall.
And that's the important part. Y'all heard what he said. There hasn't been any issues, so we're going to be getting out of here. I'm going to tell you what, the most memorable cases from Long Island Audit, the ones I remember the most, are the ones where they don't know how to damn act. The ones where they act right and they are nice and sweet and good, it's like, oh, that was cute. Moving on. Like, I should remember when they know how to act, because like I should say, oh, good, we liked that town in Oklahoma or whatever that did right. But if you want to make your town memorable on the internet and the collective consciousness of just not knowing how to act and being tyrants, then don't know how to act and don't do anything. Sean just said nothing happened here, so we're leaving. If something happened, then you're going to be there more, gathering more content, showing more transparency, giving more of the information to the people. Even if you don't know how to act in your day-to-day course of business, when somebody has a camera on you, probably, I don't know, common sense would say the best course of action is definitely learn how to act when there's a camera on you. And it's like, for government workers, for some reason, that just ain't how it usually works.
As well as the Rahway Police Department here in New Jersey. I have to give credit where credit is due. Every single public servant that we've come in contact with today, from the Rahway Police Department to the City Hall, they have all been respectful, cordial, and professional in dealing with me and my complaint.
I'm shocked.
And my Oprah requests, just respectful of our constitutional rights. No one has tried to violate our rights here today. I don't know if that is normally the case here in the city of Rahway. I've received many emails that would allude that that is not the case, and my own prior experience at the Motor Vehicle Commission would suggest that is not the case. But we the people, 530,000 views on the latest video at the Motor Vehicle Commission, maybe that is what educated the city officials here in Rahway of our constitutional rights and to treat us with respect and professionalism. There is an open internal affairs investigation before I even filed my complaint against the officers involved. There is a public statement by the mayor on the Facebook page as well as the website. So they are looking into the matter. They actually have forwarded the matter to the Union County Prosecutor's Office as well for review. So that's good.
Yeah.
A good and thorough investigation is what we the people want. We want accountability, because Officer Maloney, Sergeant Dayan, and Officer Withers' actions that day are unacceptable, completely unacceptable. And that's why we're here, right? We are here to follow up, to file formal complaints, to request the body camera footage from that day. And I promised Officer Maloney I would review every minute of her body camera footage, because people have emailed me saying they've dealt with her before and she acted the same exact way.
Ooh.
And I had no doubt of that.
What's done in darkness, girl?
I have no doubt that that's how she treats the public on a regular basis, camera or no camera. So we're going to go through her entire body camera footage history.
And I think it is because she probably is insecure. She probably does have a little bit of a complex from being like a very small woman who's trying to enforce the law. And sometimes she probably does respond to scenes where she's maybe in danger or whatever. But I think that translates across to how she treats everyone. Like, she has to exert this dominance and authority because she's like 4'11" lady cop. But listen, I'm 5'3". I would not appreciate being a police officer or a law enforcement officer. I would not do a good job at it. My temper's too bad. I don't think I would do it. But you know what? I never applied to be a police officer because I know that about myself. So if she can't keep her together and her insecurities in check, then she doesn't need to be doing this job. Like, not every job is for every person, and we have to wake up and start to realize that.
As long as she has had a body camera, I'm going to be requesting that footage little by little and reviewing it, and I will be keeping all of you updated. I am a man of my word. Now, as far as the complaint, the detective sergeant we spoke to, as well as the lieutenant, were very respectful. They took the complaint seriously. They're going to set up an interview for me to speak with them. So we will be speaking with the law enforcement officers investigating the internal affairs complaint. I will be recording that, so stay tuned for that for transparency purposes. Now, City Hall, we did our open records request with the city clerk. All went smoothly. We even set up an appointment to speak with the mayor. We haven't set an exact date. I hope he speaks with me. He has issued a public statement regarding this incident. I hope that in order to bridge
The mayor issued a public statement? Oh, I gotta look that up.
the gap between the city officials here in Rahway and the public, not just here in Rahway, but across the country, that he elects to speak with me, whether it's on the phone or in person. I'll make the trip out here. It's very important for transparency and accountability purposes. He is the leader here in the city of Rahway, elected by we the people here in Rahway. So I hope that he takes that seriously and that he does not hide behind his desk and he does the right thing and comes forward and speaks to us so that way we can bridge the gap and we can put this behind us. You know, mistakes will be made. It's how you handle the mistakes after. For example, what happened in Danbury was horrific. And there was
Okay, so it looks like that statement from the Rahway Police Department that they did come out and say it's under investigation, send all your stuff to this Massey guy, all that. The mayor joint signed onto that press release. So it is, I guess, also from the mayor.
response after was horrific. Let's hope that's not the case here in Rahway. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. They treat us with respect here. But you guys know I have to follow up. So stay tuned for further follow-up, the interview with Internal Affairs that we will be doing, and any other updates. There are news articles that I will link in the description below of this video, so check those out. The news, the local media here have been covering this incident. Thanks to you all, we the people. Appreciate you guys. I'll also link the original video if you haven't seen it. Follow-up is key.
It feels even like more cool to be part of this whole little investigation and transparency operation because I actually do live in New Jersey. So it's like, I don't live in Rahway. I've never been to Rahway, but I actually do live in the state. So it's kind of like a local incident, even though Danbury isn't that far from me either, but it's like in another state. Okay, so let's see. I think he's almost done here.
As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.
Okay. So I want to pull up this article that I just looked up. This is from 4 days ago. Union County Prosecutor's Office notified. Internal Affairs investigation begun regarding video recorded at Motor Vehicle Commission, Rahway Police Department says. So this is from Tap Into Rahway, your neighborhood news online. David Brighouse is the author. Okay, here he is. He wrote this article. Rahway, New Jersey. An internal affairs investigation has begun related to an April 30th video posted on YouTube that was recorded at the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission in Rahway, said the Rahway Police Department in a statement released to Tap Into Rahway and since posted on social media. So the statement. So they released that statement to this news source, and then they also later posted that statement on social media. We have read it already in the last video I did on this topic. The video in question shows MVC, the motor vehicle, what is C? Center, whatever, employees and members of the Rahway Police Department interacting with a man recording video outside the facility. The Rahway Police Department also stated that it had notified the Union County Prosecutor's Office. The statement from the Rahway Police Department, signed both by Mayor Raymond Jacoby, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and Police Director Nicholas G. Briner, stated in full, and then they put the statement, which is like, we've started an investigation, we're aware of the video, blah, blah, blah. The issue addressed in the nearly 27-minute video appear to be threefold. So there's 3 issues, broadly speaking. The videographer's right to record in general. Related to the first point, the question of whether the property on which he records is public or private, and the officer's request that the man remove his hand from his pocket, which he refuses. Okay, cool. Wow, this is a good writer. Okay, so he kind of sums it up. He says there's 3 issues in the video. 1, what is this man's right to be recording in public? 2, is this public? And 3, the hands in the pocket issue. The videographer in question, he likes this phrase, in question, is Sean Paul Reyes, who maintains a website and YouTube page called Long Island Audit. According to his website, Reyes is a constitutional activist who conducts First Amendment audits and public employee accountability checks on Long Island, the East Coast, and in your neighborhood. His pages include videos similar to the one recorded in Rahway, and he gives links to the page. In the video recording in the Rahway MVC, Reyes is initially approached by the employees who insist he must stop recording. When he refuses, asserting his right to record on public property, an employee points to a sign posted that states the facility's no recording policy. When Reyes refuses, the Rahway Police Department is called. Officers arrive on the scene and Reyes approaches them. After making introductions, the officers assert that the policy is that recording is not allowed. Reyes states his legal right, nonetheless, to record on the public property. Well, this is private property, an officer tells Reyes. This is not private property, Reyes responds, adding, this is owned by the state of New Jersey. And then the officer laughs at him and says, this is private property. No, it's owned by the state, which means that it's public. Reyes then asks the officer who owns the property, to which the officer responds, it's owned by the state. So we already know all this stuff. The interaction eventually concludes. The police officers leave the scene. As the officers prepare to leave, Reyes adds, "The people will see it and they're going to hold you accountable." In the end, Reyes was neither searched nor arrested. He noted near the end of the video that he intends to file a formal complaint against the sergeant and one of the officers. To access the video recording in question, click here. Okay, so cute. I like the little local news coverage of the story. Really, there's not the same type of local news coverage in the Danbury case. I'm going to tell you that. Yes, the News Times does occasionally report on the issue, but it's behind a paywall, so it's not really accessible. And yes, the propaganda radio station, I don't even remember, Lou and Ethan or whatever, they do report on it, but they only give kind of like the Danbury officials slant. So it's nice to see that this town does seem to be interested. They do seem to be taking, at least in this article, a very even approach. He doesn't seem to really take Sean's side or the police's side. It seems very objective and factual. Good job, David Brighouse, for that unbiased report. And we'll just keep an eye out and see how this ends up unfolding. That's all I really had for today. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation. Love you, Mina K. Bye.